So this would be the final version of my movement harmony deck for 11.3, and I have to say it's going pretty well so far. We're currently at 2480 MMR and still climbing on peak, so expect to be able to take this deck over 2500. So if you're looking to get to pro rank or you're looking to climb within pro rank, this is probably still Scoia'tael's strongest deck. Okay, it does have some shortcomings that we'll talk about, one of which would be consistency. This deck has a difficult time finding the cards that it needs when it needs it. However, the deck is still very strong, and it's so strong that even when you miss key win conditions, you can still win games. Harmony is really overtuned, okay? So with that being said, we'll go through the deck a little bit here, and you guys have a better understanding of what we're doing, and then we'll get into 5 games with live commentary for reference on the pro ladder, okay? So one thing I want to talk about first is Shiryu is a fun wild card. This can get a lot of value in the right circumstance. There are other times where it doesn't play for a lot of points. With a deck that's so overtuned, we're allowed to have something like this, and it doesn't really impact the deck too much. If you're not having the best of luck with Shiryu, or if your math sucks like me sometimes, that's completely fine. We could talk about substitutes real quick. I don't mind you putting in anything really that you would see best fit. Some people put Quacks, or pulling out Dana or Saskia. I'm fine with that, right? At the same time, you can ruin one of their win conditions. Another thing that you can do is go with a tall punish like Geralt or Rivia. I'm completely fine with that as well. But something to consider would be Geralt Igni. If we're playing against Renfrey, they have a lot of the same power units on a row. You're playing against monsters, same thing applies. There's some really good uses for Geralt, especially when we're playing against even cards with immunity, like you're playing against a random Tibor spam, or you're playing against Sov, which is probably more common in the Skellige matchup for warriors, right? This card can see a lot of play, and I might, after the tutorial, just go and make that swap. I don't mind that too much, but regardless, Shiryu is very fun, and it just feels really cool when it works. So I have Shiryu in here for now, okay? So Mysteries of Locthwain is what the deck surrounds around. We want to thin out the deck so we can pull this card into late game because it plays for a lot of points. I don't really focus on the spawn aspect of this here. So in the prologue, spawn Lake Guardian, some people try to put in as many tags as they can in the deck to get the biggest Lake Guardian, but really it's a token that sits there and doesn't do much else. My Lake Guardian comes down at 8 points, which is fine, okay? It's really the chapter 1 that we're playing this for. So whenever you play a non-neutral unit, boost it by 1 for every category it has. So this can get quite crazy. Shiryu boosts by 3. We have this boosting, well, that's 1. This is 2, right? This is 2. This is 2, you know. This is 2, so we're getting a lot of free points off of this. And then of course chapter 2, spawn and play Locthwain Convergence. This card is just essentially a create and play a bronze Scoia'tael unit with the primary category we don't control. So we get our board state set up with a lot of harmony cards. We get the Anthurian out, we infuse something else with it, we get the Rangers out, we try to get the Weeping Willow out, you know, whatever it might be, Dana. And then we try to get that convergence. We get a new card out. Forgot to mention Percival. Harmony 2 is huge. So we do that. And it's kind of like a finisher play, right? So this is a type of thing that you play progressively throughout a round. Finish it off. Get your Harmony engines out there early. But then it still gets that continual value as the round goes on. So I like the scenario quite a bit. It's very strong. Now, Dana, there's a lot of mixed opinions on this. Dana could be used in round 1 as carryover. I don't mind that at all if you have the utility to do so. It kind of affects what you can play in your hand in round 1. But we have a lot of Dryads in the deck. So if you play Dana round 1 and you try to hold as many Dryads in your hand as possible, then you'll get a lot of payoff from that hand buff. And you can just play other stuff, whether it be through Saskia thinning or just other pieces that you've got, right, besides the Dryads, so we can just get like a boost on everything in our hand that's, you know, not in play every single turn. It's kind of nuts. It's like Dunka times 5 or Hawk Smuggler, you know what I mean? We all love hand buff, right? There's no problem with hand buff, but when you can get multiple units just like boosting in your hand every turn, it's crazy. So there's that. Or you can just use Dana as a payoff card later. Let's say you bleed into round 2, you have your scenario out, you've played Convergence, you have all your Harmony engines out, and then you slap Dana on the board. It's going to boost everything by 2. which is massive, right? So think about that type of payoff. That's like a huge, huge situation. That could be like a 20+ point play, no problem, okay? So use it how you think it'll work. If you're playing against heavy control and you anticipate Dana being removed early, don't play her as a carryover type situation. Otherwise, you're trading 14 provisions for like a 4 provision card or something crazy like that, right? Or lock, whatever the case. Use her as a drop down in round 2, 3, okay? Saskia thins out, has immunity, hard to target. You got to be careful in a couple of matchups. You got to be careful in Bounty. You have to be careful in Pirates because any sort of row effects like Cataclysm can kill her off. Fog can kill her off. If you have Brawlers for Syndicate, they can just, you know, keep damaging the board until she eventually gets chipped down to nothing. So you have to be careful. Get a couple cards out first. But in other matchups, play her first, get her down early because every 3 turns, you're going to be getting a card summoned from your deck that you don't control the category of. So it's going to be getting our whole movement package out there, right? Which is just massive, okay? Heatwave is great. We play against a lot of scenarios. We're playing against a lot of just crazy answer this or lose type situations. We need to be able to banish something. Heatwave is going to be in most of my decks right now. You got to have Heatwave, okay? Talked about Chiru being the flex. Royal Decree is good because Royal Decree can pull Peller as well. If you guys want to really force the extra point, go for it with Call of the Forest. But then if you need to Purify on demand for one of your important engines, don't blame me when you can't get it. That's pretty much it, right? Especially if you swap a Shiru for like a Geralt, you definitely just want to keep Decree in the deck. But I think Shiru gets more difficult too for math if you have Call, right? Because it'll immediately pull it out at 4, and maybe you don't want to hit something which is 4 plus 3s off the leader, so it's tough. Lake Guardian, basically every time we play something that we don't control, it procs Harmony in the hand or the deck. So this is like an endgame play. This could play for 15, 20 points if we've had a chance to continuously click the chameleons and get them down. If we're playing into heavy control matchups, we don't have that luxury, so expect Lake Guardian to play from 11 to maybe 13 or 14 points, which is still reasonable for the provision, and it's still Harmony, so it still can proc scenario. So it's a card that you want to include in a deck like this. Weeping Willow, great for poison on range row. It has Harmony as well, and we get to have the order for melee. We can use our leader to move it after we've used the poison, so we can really exhaust this card and get out everything that it has to offer, and, you know, boost self by the number of unique primary categories among units you control would be the order there. That includes neutrals as well because it doesn't specify otherwise. So if you do sub in neutrals or you're playing against Nilfgaard, they put something on your side of the board, all the better. They're helping you out with the Weeping Willow. Thank you so much, right? We have a lock, and it's a movement lock. Some people are asking why I didn't put Morin. I feel like Morin's great and everything, but I don't really anticipate using the damage aspect. I kind of like the movement tech and the lock tech together because maybe we don't have a valid lock, but we have a really good move. This could be something for like the Kelly matchup, for example. We move the Kelly, you know, we don't have the lock because they give it Veil, but we still get really good value out of it. So that's why I have that there. We feel kind of bad when we're using leader charges to move opponents' units. If we need to, it's understood, but if we can prevent that, then why not? So there's that. In theory, it's probably one of the best cards in the deck, believe it or not, right? Given that it has Harmony, it can give something else Harmony. And we have 2 of them. And it's only 5 provisions, so that's nuts. If this was 6 provisions, I feel like that would be fair. And it would probably do a number on this deck entirely, but, you know, I don't want to say too much because I enjoy the deck to an extent. Now, again, Peller, Purify their Defender, Purify their Siri, Purify our Engine. It's kind of how it works. And Chameleon, again, just infusing with a random Scoia'tael primary category we don't control, and then we can replace self and reduce power by 1. It seems like we're losing points every turn, but when you have a bunch of Harmony engines on the board and then Lake Guardian in the deck, it makes a big difference, right? Because you're proccing that every single turn. And again, here, another thing we couldn't include in Call of Harmony that makes more sense in Guerrilla Tactics would be Forest Whisperer, where we have an order of melee poison, and then, deploy, and then the order on range would be the Vitality 3. So again, just like the Weeping Willow, we can reserve a leader charge to push back. that use the Vitality 3, because this at 3 power plus a poison's kind of sad, right? You'd think it would be 4 at least, but when we have that order, then it's really nice. So that's it. Pretty simple. It's a fairly easy deck to get the hang of. You just have to be careful when you're playing the Shiryu, and you got to be careful about your sequencing so you can get the most value out of Saskia, right? And of course your Harmony procs. So I would say this is more of an intermediate level deck, but it's probably one of the most competitive decks that you can play right now, okay? So give it a try if you want to climb. Let me know how your experiences go in the comments below. And if there's another deck that you want to see me play soon, let me know as well. I have some ideas for Skellige next, so stay tuned for the next video. A lot of big things coming over the next week. But for now, let's get into the gameplay. Okay, so for the first game here, we got Imposter, Nilfgaard. We have a lot of things that benefit from either poisoning or locking, so I'm kind of concerned about this matchup here. We'll see how we do. Purify wouldn't be bad, actually. Lock wouldn't be bad. I think I try to play more of a control-based round. I don't know how I feel about the whole sentry thing, but this could bait removal, but it's probably going to bait stratagem removal, but we save 1 point. Again, not leaning too hard into the movement combo, because these could be good later. And we're fortunate enough that we're on red coin, because I'd hate to go first in a matchup like this. It's tough, because if I put down Percival first, then they would have to respond. And then we'd have the 2 armor to eat up.
Don't ask a lady her age. It's unbecoming.
So I don't know what I want to do, but I could do either leader charge and then Shiryu, or I can just do a lock. I think the best thing to do here would be the lock, because if they put down Philip, then it's going to be 6 power, and we can just do leader off this, and it would be fine. So we'll try that. This tempos. Okay, so they just opt for that Purify, gotcha. It's kind of annoying. At least it's out of the way now. Do I take the poison route? Or do I just go for it here? If they proc assimilate once and status twice, we get the 6. Let's just go for this. I don't usually feel bad trading a 6p for a stratagem. It's kind of... it's fair. 5 would be ideal. We don't even have to. So if I play this, they take that. I see they're probably just waiting for me to play something else to lock. I hope that they proc assimilate once here, and then they use the stratagem so we can get the 2 6s. Because if they lock this, we don't have to worry about the movement affecting the damage. And I know that usually people like to lock the sentries fast. Wait, what? It's not doing anything. Oh, sure. They just did it for the extra damage, I guess. You know what? I'm not going to actually waste Shiryu in a situation like this. I think I'm just going to go for the poison, and I'm cool with that. And we'll do, We'll do this poison first because the other one's a bit more valuable, right? So we could save this for the Harmony procs later. Okay, so we just get the pass here, that's fine. Poison out the 7, we take it with that, yeah, that's fine. I don't think we committed too much, really. If I can draw Saskia, I'll play hard. If I can't, then it's tough. I don't really want to give them the long round they're looking for. This just looks like a ball deck to me. Please, come on. Pallor has to stay. That's not good. Everything's at the bottom of the deck. Okay, maybe we bluff it for a sec and see if we can get scenario. Usually when we play things like the Antherian, people know that we're trying to set up something big. So I believe that they're going to respond to it accordingly, but they might hold off for one more turn. No, they just have another lock. What if I just, damn, I feel like I have to push. Like a little bit, you know, not a lot.
The North shall tuck tail and beg for mercy. Yes.
So this is something I'd like to kill. Puts me in a spot, doesn't it? I'm just trying to decide if it's too expensive to use 2 leader charges for that. My best case is to get it on adrenaline or something like that, or use a 1 leader charge and take a cat next turn.
Onward, onward, to be showered with imperial gold.
I just gotta believe what I'm doing is the right thing here. Let's see. This is too many points. Okay. Let's heat wave that. Because if we bleed ball, it doesn't matter. If we bleed ball here, it doesn't tempo. They get 4 points off the rip. That's a lot of points, though.
No good wine will come from here, not even compost. Are you fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of crowns?
I feel like the 2 cats online are gonna do like some really good catch up for us here. Probably put the second one on melee so that we can get double hits. Oh, okay. How many locks do you have? Shiru at 3 is pretty good. I wasn't thinking at first, but desperate times. Yeah, that actually buys me enough room to maybe just get out. There it is.
Oh dear.
I'm more confident with my short round game than obviously going up against their long round game, so. Yeah, to get out Ball and Vincent
Necessary for one's health.
for some bronzes and a Shiru, I'm feeling pretty good. The thing is, I need to draw well. We need to draw minimum scenario. Saskia and scenario would just be, of course. Come on, man. Don't do this to me. That's good. It's good enough. The biggest problem with the deck is consistency. But it's so strong that it sometimes doesn't matter. It's crazy. So, they go first. Saskia can pull out, we hope, a beast and a dryad, right? Either of which are fun.
Is it?
We hit adrenaline pretty quick too. It's crazy. Our deck was actually thinned out fairly well. That wasn't the problem. No.
I'd hoped for a chase.
Can't replay it now. I wish this was roll locked.
Humans are scum. I prefer elves. War. Pixies even.
I think they're going to use it against me. If I were them, I would.
Yeah, I work for
Yeah.
friends. Better than working for humans. Cadwell and Shay.
You see, you must hold it between your teeth, not so.
I think we just lose because we can't get what we need. Let's see. It's starting to look like it. Cow Witcher goes melee. It's not a big deal. Doesn't hit anything. They get the 1 damage. If last card in their hand's a poison, then we're in trouble. Yeah.
Feeling a bit beckish.
They hit the 1, so it's armor. I guess that's not bad. Here, what's this gonna be? Swarty, it's not enough. It's a tie. Jeez. Alright, we have Patricidal Fury coming up here next, and decided to go ahead and switch the stratagem just because missing scenario feels bad, you know? Okay, I want to have just one of everything. So, one of these. 2 of these is not a big deal, but poison early doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. We have... It's funny. I literally changed the stratagem, and then I pull all the things that I needed last game that I didn't have in the first hand. It's funny the way that it goes, eh? What do we want? We want... Heatwave's pretty good. Heatwave's actually very good. I think we'll put back one of the chameleons here. We have too many. Problem is that we only get to really play them once and they get removed.
I really want to walk away from this.
This will shoot through.
Something tells me this trades to a gutting slash, which feels pretty bad, but I think I have to take it regardless and hope for the best. if they trade for a Gutting Slash, it's kind of slow.
The best feathers come from hens.
Good. Give Harmony to the... probably the 4. I don't know. The 2 is more awkward for them, because it doesn't really feel appealing to remove that 2 right now. You know? We'll see how far we can get with this. What's the tag? Machine? It's fine. They just said nope. So here's the thing. I have a really good hand for a bleed, and I feel like it's necessary, but it might fail, and then we have a short round 3 and we lose. So there's a very fine line with this, and I think we have to take it here. I'm going to dump this because I don't see the value. They have a lot of 6s, so Shiru could save the day. Harmony, we got lock. I don't really know how much we're going to need the lock, but feels bad if we just mulligan the lock away. I can pull this. Yeah, you know what? I think this is just the hand that I'm going to have to believe in. We'll see where it goes. Here. I was streaming the other day, and I put down Scenario, and I didn't even have anything to proc it in my hand. So you guys got to be careful. It was kind of embarrassing, but it's whatever, it happens. Yeah, funny times. Sitting there at 7 is going to make that more difficult to remove, right? They spend 2 of the guttings, so I don't know if they're running stunning, because Feral Bond got the nerf, so you probably want to run Feral Bonds instead of stunning. They don't really have clans set up, do they? No. So we might have them in a weird spot where they have to sort of unload from the top, right? And just spend some expensive stuff. Okay. They continue to try and set up Grave. Gotcha. Here. You know what? I just have to proc it, right? So why don't we just put it on melee? Yeah. You know what? Smuggler is kind of OP here. Should I boost him? He gets removed at 4 to a Primal, but Primal's at 3. I feel like I just take the precautions here. Oh wait, we get the boost. What am I doing? We get the boost on him anyways. Anyways, that's a card that I want to keep alive. I don't care. We're keeping it. Let's see. I mean, obviously just going and playing the curve was the ideal thing to do, right?
I like fighting with style.
So they do have stunning blow. I should have clicked it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal. We can play Dana and get a ton of points here. I'm not playing around, bro. I definitely just want to get adrenaline going, right? Obviously get the Cow Witcher to full potential. Yeah, maybe that was the play to keep the Smuggler out there, because that carryover value is really good. And the fact that it's all going on the lock is kind of nice. Honestly, man, there's a really good opportunity here to do this. And I think I'm going to take it. No, it's 8! No! I just can't do math. I just can't do math. Oh man, I'm gonna keep this in here just to show you guys how dumb I am, but like it is what it is what it is. I forgot about the Dana boost. That's what it was, guys. Dana boost by 2. This boosts by the amount of tags, right?
Sit at my table and let's drink.
You know what? Shiro at 8, it's whatever.
One arrow. That is all I need.
Imagine the BM. Nah, man, we're up by a lot of points. Honestly, it is what it is. I would say there are 2 things that I didn't really account for in this round. The Hawker Smuggler getting the boost, but I'm okay with that change. It was really the downplay on the leader charges that was not really ideal. And right now we're playing around 2460 MMR, so we have to be careful. Like, we're going to start getting into games where those decisions make more of a difference, but just provided the 50-point lead here, and opponent really not playing a lot. They're playing endgame payoff, they're playing grave setup, you know, it's tough. At least they get rid of that. So Sove is worth a fair amount. I think that I'm in a position right now that passing would be more beneficial than playing. So I'm going to try it. Now, Champion's Charge at 16 would hurt, but it's not enough. So they go for Tyr or they go for Sove? They go for Sove, okay. And they're putting down a bear, not a half-ru. So leader's out of the way. We still have the card advantage. Champion's Charge comes down. Honestly, what more can you ask for, right? They still have the Herald, the Tyr, and potentially Fukusha, but at least we have card advantage, so you have to look at it a certain way here. Poison. I would love a second poison. Of course. Of course. Take the damage, I'll take the heat wave. We'll just do this. We'll play the curve. Cat Witcher would have been nice. How many clans did they play? They played the 1 clans. They might have another clans, Fukusha and Herald, which would give this too many points. It's probably a lock, because then we can heat wave whatever's tallest. It's got to be an early lock too, just because, again, it's turn after turn of summoning, so... We're going to go Percival, then the Ranger, and then maybe even just the Lake Guardian. Yeah, there's the 16, right? Ah, I mean, we could change it up a little, just heat wave that. Maybe it gives our engines more of a chance to stick, right? Here. Yeah, this is just a win. Despite the round 2, it's important that I show you guys that, because I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? I don't know, man. It's not done yet now that I think about it. Jeez. Oh, they couldn't even kill it. Okay. We would have won regardless. So I have Imposter coming up here again, and I have a feeling that this is the same person. I can't remember the aesthetics, but how many people are playing ball right now? I don't know. Hopefully we can just win. No, it's not the same person, I don't think. They had a different stratagem. Maybe they would have switched it, though. Like we did. So we'll fight poison back with poison. We got that combo. We got this combo. I kind of want to... I know that two of these online together are just really good. So maybe we keep. Honestly, this hand has a lot of depth, which is kind of what's important, right? Sometimes you don't have to take all your mulligans, right? Did I see sunset? No, this is different. This is completely different. Okay, we gotta be worried. We'll just Saskia jam in here and hope for the best, yeah? There we go. Now we can play Dryads freely, which is nice because we have so many in our hand. The objective, whenever you see Sunset in hand, is to try to get that card out in round 1. You don't want to have this bleeding into round 2, 3, and then it just gives the opponent so much more reach. That's the beauty of it, and I think we often underestimate Sunset, but it's no joke.
One more feather, and we're done.
I'm waiting for them to use their stratagem before I take poisons, otherwise they'll negate it. I only have 2 tries. Really? You're gonna go ahead and kill the matron? Why? It's not that deep, you know? Okay. Do I ever just hit for 9? How about we just not... We don't thirst too hard? No, honestly...
You see? You must hold it in your teeth like so.
It's like they went out of the round bad. Whoops. Still gonna re-click that. I don't want to do anything too rash. They did. Matrons, it's good. It's a good card. It's not an amazing card, you know? I'm trying to think of what we can play here. I'm trying to do it in 1. That's the objective here. Without committing too much of our poison package, but honestly...
One arrow, that's all I need.
We have Harmony out, so we get the points back on this one. Hit it up by 1. Just keep it simple, right? Whatever. I'll take the free thin. It could have been worse. I think I'd be more upset if they took out like an Antherian or they took out like Dana or something like that. So 2 poisons here, a little bit of carryover here. How much do we like the Purify? We probably do. I think this goes for now because we got a little bit of that setup done. I don't know how I feel about playing sentries now, but we might. Maybe we'll save it. So the hand's decent. I have room to grab 1 thing. We have some things left over if we have to go into round 3. I have no indication that this is not Renfree, so it could very well be Renfree. We'll see. I think it's worth playing. It could be Sunset, Renfree, Imposter deck. Nope. Come on. Come on now. I guess that's a good poison target. I'm not falling for it, man. Here. We gotta get Sunset out. Shoot. That's gonna be Peller. That's the Peller we want. There we go. Now Percival comes down, the board just goes burr. And then we can just poison out. Oh, of course you get. Why do you have a Doragare when Nilfgaard has so many less expensive locks? Fine.
Has anyone seen me pattern?
Catwitcher.
Are you fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of crowns?
Get 2 of those bad boys online. What, you want Percival, of all things? I guess they just wanted to, of course. It's getting out of hand. We've dug the hole, we gotta keep going, man.
Humans are scum. I prefer elves, dwarves, pixies even.
A lot of armor on melee, but I think I have to leave things the way they are. That's unfortunate. We'll get the poisons down as soon as possible. I guess 10's gonna be my top. Don't get Dana. Wow. Yeah, okay. Now it's personal. Balance card. Let's go. The high roll champ. Wait, that just makes our poison better?
Daisies stand tall, dead one reach you high.
I don't know if that's really, like, I didn't even have a backup. This is nuts. Sure.
Yeah, I work for the boys.
And then we'll just hit these 2 and just try to do our thing here. See where things take us, yeah? I'm telling you, these Catwitchers save games. When everything looks like it's not gonna work, Catwitcher just makes it work, man. I'm actually gonna heatwave this. And just, I believe in the guys. 3 of these on adrenaline, man, you don't underestimate the power. I'm telling you, man. Exactly. Let's go. I'm dreading this game. So we got Onslaught coming up here next, and we go first. Nice. So it's going to be Golden Echo, Onslaught. With unicorns, probably, maybe not. We'll see. I just have to have a good hand, and we gotta win the game, that's it. That's a lot of Dryads here, but honestly, I think I'm willing to go this far in round 1. I don't know how I feel about Weeping this early. Maybe we just... Wow, it's like the Dryad Swarm. Okay, we'll go... Damn, this sucks. I don't think I want to use my Decree just yet. I think what I want to do is just play... Well, in theory, it just parks and doesn't do a whole lot, so maybe it is Decree. Yeah, it's the same thing. We get this out sooner, and then we could just grab Dana or whatever else. It's actually card up choice, so it's a bit more effective than... You know, I'm thinking maybe even going as far as grabbing Heatwave, just because if it is a Siri Nova, we can at least get rid of that. What I don't like about this is they just kill off Saskia off this one little card, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's like, there's not much we can do. If they can kill this turn, then... If Saskia gives me one more thin, I think it's fine. Yeah, so they really just want to aggro here. They're going to take Unicorn, then they're going to hit in Therian for 6. And then they're just going to kill off Saskia. This is like the hungriest MMR play I've seen all day. That's fine, I guess. We just don't do anything about that. Just let it happen. We just take the L. I think that's fine if we take the L uneven here. A lot of times we have opponents that just can't accept, you know? I still think it's Heatwave. I've got 2 poisons here and Harmony procs. I think that this is going to go back for now. We got a leader charge out of the way. 27 provisions and 3 cards. That's just cocky. I guess they figure they have us so beat that they're gonna play this thin from hand. I don't understand why. It's important to understand this. You don't do all this just so that you can do this, for example. Because it takes away, it discredits this whole thing that you did before, right? So, just food for thought there. I could poison a 6 and it gives me reach. If they pass, we get rid of 6. We get 2 of these and 4 here. I think that's reasonable. If they play something aggro here, we could just pass. Hopefully they use the leader just to... Yeah! Look at that. Point proven. We have a lot of work cut out for us still, right? Leader charge out of the way is just a bonus. Unicorns out of the way, another bonus. We still have to deal with Compass, Golden Necker, all types of stuff. Bjorn, maybe Teshem, maybe Curse. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. What are my targets in this matchup? There's going to be like a lot of 5s, and I think maybe 8s. I don't really think Shiru is going to be that great here. And I don't really want to spend this. We have multiple harmonies. We're not hurting on harmony. Yeah, surely they try to go for the 2-0. Yeah. This lock is clutch, man. I'm gonna see how long we can hold on to scenario. Not too long. Cool. They make me do stupid stuff like wasting leader charges to stay ahead. That's what I don't like, is when you push like that, then we have to use our things subpar. It's pet peeve. There it is. Okay. So, yeah, they're confident. Teshem hits that one. Honestly, it really could be worse. That's a lot of points still. And obviously they're going to get 2 cards out of me, which is just annoying. But if they pass here, then they have that extra reach. I don't know. We'll see. We kind of want them to play at this point. So we'll dish it. We'll play this. Split up the rows a little bit. Take that. I've got 2 poisons that I can go for, so we're definitely gonna hit it, right?
The wood shall turn against you.
Please keep playing. Us winning now depends on their greed. Because we clear up that poison ASAP, right? I don't think they have really much room. Yeah, they knew it. Okay, that's fine. Here, we'll just hit him with that here.
While you still stand.
It's a quality over quantity thing now. It depends. How much do we have left? Is it enough? We'll see. I feel like it's a little late for the chameleon play. This is nice, though. They didn't get Siri out. So poison, heatwave. Heatwave's playing for 8 max. Guardian would be like game changing. That's horrible. Actually, that's not bad at all. I was thinking that's bad, but if it gets removed, then that sucks, but if it gets removed, maybe these stay. And if it doesn't get removed, then these just get a lot of points. They have 1 card advantage, but we have 2 leader charges, and we play an engine deck. So there's a lot of different variables here. I think that if they can't come up with a Thin, then they're out of luck for the compass, which is a big thing for us, right? Do we just... I think what I'm gonna do... I start getting this online and pray they don't curse corruption, because that's game losing. A lot of people are taking it out. It's possible they did. They have Teshem. I've been seeing a lot of subs for the discard package and putting in just the quad here and then Decree instead of Curse, so. And if they don't know what to do, then I don't think they have it. Okay. Still, I guess that's fine.
Are you fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of crowns?
I kind of regret doing it this way. I should have started on the other row. We might have taken away from the heat wave. We'll see. Bjorn at 6. Actually, that's going to be the move. So dead compass, I don't even mind. Here. This is looking bad. Damn, bro. This is looking bad. Dana's looking sad. Okay, that's an early heal. 10 points, 2 cards. Yeah, it's over. Six points, 1 card. No way! That's what you get. And for the last game here, we have Blood Money Syndicate. It's always been one of the more tricky matchups for us, for sure, because they just have so much reach. If they play a brawler, they take out Saskia, so we have to really pay attention to board state before we even try to play her, which makes it not ideal really at all in this game, but we'll do our best. It's a good hand to play in. Again, it looks like they're preparing just to wipe, you know? Here, we'll just do the movement package, honestly. Damn. That's a lot, that's a lot. Okay, we're gonna poison that out then, fine. I feel like we have to. Maybe it's this one first. 12's a really good poison. If they have Kurt, then that's sad. Oh, they do. Cool. I still think we go for it.
Your next move shall be your last.
Do you have 2 Kurts? No. We'll go and take Decree, and we'll grab what we need. Maybe a Willow in this case, get some Harmony procs. Cool with that, that's fine. Here. And that tempo is okay. Better start than most starts. If they play a card right now for damage, whether it's a Executioner or a Junior or Freak Show, whatever the case, you know, they're going to be over profiting. So, profit 3 bounty. Okay, you see what I mean? Now we'll just honestly, here, get some engines on the board. You know, we'll get the two of these down. What's the matter? Excuse me. Hey. Hello? Sir? Okay, you're back. Chill, 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 chill. Chill, whoa. What did they ever do to you, man? Alright. Let me just get back the points, I guess. It's a 4-point per turn. That's the 4 bleeds, so it kind of evens out. Yes, sir. They start broke. So, you know what? Here's the thing, though. If I play Saskia, then they take that leader. Then they just brawl her a couple times and she's dead. But if we could trade Saskia for leader, I guess that's the best that we're going to get in this game, right? That's a great hand too. I don't think I want to have 2 of these because we don't have much variety. Okay, that's kind of sad. Here. I predicted the future. Check it out. They're going to take leader here. And brawler. That too. Just keep going. This hurts, man. This hurts. Whatever. I'm getting actually very good trades. All I did was play Saskia, and we're getting 12 and 10 provisions. So we stick with it. We hope for the best. The armor helps against the brawler. Feeling pretty good. Something hopefully good comes out. That's not very good. We play Cat Witcher, so we see how far we can get, I guess. Then we save a Heat Wave for the 18-point slam, or one of the slams at the end. Maybe we can bleed one out here. What are we going to be thinning from deck? Okay, we're going to be getting 1 or 2. Beast or Elf. I hope we get the elf, because we have a lot of movement going on here, right? Come on, come on, come on.
Humans are scum. I prefer elves, dwarves.
There we go. I want to kill these first. Damn. That hurts. Whatever, Percival. Again, I find a lot of players will underestimate the...
I work for the
I think we're going to push this up so we can try to get rid of these two. A lot of players underestimate the power of the Cat Witcher. Feline armor was the first one I crafted in Witcher 3. They're strong, man. Agile, these things keep going. Look at that. Look at that, okay. Man, I gotta play into this a bit more, don't I? Should we heatwave the 11? Or just play this? I think we just play this, actually. And we're cool with it. There we go. We definitely want to let as many turns resolve as possible. There we go. Just hit that. Pow. If they have Maril's, we're toast. Maybe we went too far. Maybe I could have just not used the leader charges, you know? Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, they do go broke. They do go broke. I think that was decent. Give me scenario. Oh, okay. Give me scenario. Okay. And give me another card with harmony. Oh! What a way to end the video. I think we have it. I think we have it, guys. I'm pretty happy about this one. Did what we had to do. This is probably one of the most tough matchups that we have with this deck specifically that we're playing. Yeah. Let's go. The Dana finisher, we give the infusion here. Yeah, we're doing all right. Actually, they're gonna kill it. Orders at 1. They hit for the 1. We have to play it. It's not BM. They wouldn't let me finish. We'll see you guys soon with another one.